Well, hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to your yearly 2026 reading. We're going to do the 12 houses. This is going to be every house that you can align with. Okay, and I'm going to go right through it with you before we actually start with the reading, so you just have like a little bit of know-how of how this actually works. You can watch it as many times as you want, and also it's completely white behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like winter wonderland here in Holland, and it hasn't been like that since 2021. So fresh new start, and it took some days, and I'm sure to feel that way too. Now, what we're going to do for each and every one of you, I'm going to go through the whole cycle of the 12 houses, starting from the first house and how that is going to impact you. So this is going to be a general start of what you can expect or what you need to know. And then in the second half of the portion, I will go into depth for your zodiac sign. And for those that want to go a little bit deeper, I will do an extended as well. Now, let's get started with how this spread works. So I'm going to go through all the houses, starting off with the first house, which is all about the self. It's all about how you present yourself to the outside world, your core individual self and your principles. Okay, that's like the Aries house is the first house, how you come across to other people. And this may actually have some radical changes as well. The way that you are fierce, the way that you put yourself out there, the way you communicate, and what you actually show the world. Okay, and this could be like a lot of radical changes that you make, or actually you can go a little bit inward. We're going to look at that with the tarot. Now, the second house is Taurus energy, and that's all about your assets. It's all about your luxury. It's all about like what you have in financial goals, how you actually move forward, making your practical plans towards the future, and what you will gain in terms of extra luxury, or even like the way you eat, the way you nurture yourself, and the way that you are tied to material assets in your life. Okay, so this is going to be very, very important. Now, the third house is obviously the house of Gemini, which all rules communication. It rules, I don't even know why I have these cards. It's just like for the 12 signs, but it's like most of us already know most of it, but still it's good to have a little bit of insight before you go into your zodiac depth. Okay, so this is all about your communication, your friendships, your siblings, the way that you are in social environments, all the things that will be changing in your connections and on social media, the way that you broadcast yourself, okay, the way that you will sharpen your communication with the people around you, but also internally, obviously. Okay, so it's all about communication. And then we have the fourth house, which is obviously Cancer, okay? And Cancer is all about the home life. It's all about our emotional warmth. And we just had that Cancer full moon. And a lot of you may have felt that feeling of emotional safety. Where can I actually be myself on an emotional state? Are you allowed to actually feel in a certain way, or feel even emotions, or do you get rejected for that? Okay, everything that revolves around the way that you have been in your upbringing, your home life, the bond with your mother, which very, very important. The bond with your mother, how has that actually affected you as a person, affected you when it comes to your traumas, right? There's a lot of energy that contains the roots. Okay, like what are your roots? Are you connected to your roots, right? Like these type of symptoms could come up for you to take care of it. Okay, but this is all about the family, the home life, your house, your home, your temple. Okay, like these matters. Now, the fifth house is Leo, which is the entertainer. Okay, this is all about the passion, the love, the excitement, the being in the middle of tension, and what you do with that, right? This is very, very important. I remember that last year I had the Hermit coming out. It was like, I don't want to be in the attention, but still I got in the attention mode. But still, it's about how you actually wanted to live a non-entertainment life for others, for yourself, but still, you got a lot of wisdom out of it, right? So the fifth house, the lover, right? So we are going to check in with how passionate your connections is going to be when it comes to your love life as well. And well, yeah, again, performance, entertainment, and creativity is also going to be a part of that, but most likely it's going to be all about your love affairs and your love life. Right, then we have the sixth house, Virgo energy, which is all about your work, self-nurture, your daily routines, right? Your daily health, your well-being, how you deal with yourself, how you nurture yourself, your diet, but also your work discipline, right? How disciplined are you? How programmed are you? How, yeah, all of that energy is going to be talked about in your daily rituals, which also talks about your spiritual rituals. Okay, a little bit of water. Right, then we have the seventh house, which is all about your relationship with others, your contracts, your Libra energy, which is also about maybe people pleasing. How far will you go with pleasing people? All right. So this is all about like your marriage as well. Like if you are married or if you're going to get married, right? Like all the deep connections that really ask you to have a real commitment, right? Like real responsibility within that commitment. Okay. So that is going to be all about Libra, also all about like how well you maintain the harmony with other people, how socially harmonious you will be, right? And also, of course, justice and karma will be ruling the seventh house, all right? Now, the eighth house is all about intimacy, Scorpio energy that rules the underworld. And it's all about your transformation. Okay, like the depth of your transformation, shedding the old and going through that dark night of the soul, but also like being very attached to something that really is passionate to you, right? Like this is where you will feel the most when it comes to your energy and your passion and even maybe your addictions or your obsessiveness, all right? Like that type of deep energies will be highlighted in the eighth house, but also it rules money, it rules legacy, it rules the hierarchy, like things that are a little bit dark at nature, but those energies, the shadows that really transform you into a new and better person. That's when the phoenix rises. Okay, so yeah, it's all about that mystery type of energy, and obviously also the investments that you make when it comes to money, because Scorpio is very, it's like Pinter, they're like very secure, they know how to get their security in check through the dark times, through that shadow work, through that underworld type of suppression that they have in like being obsessively hunting your ambitions. You know what I mean? Like that type of energy. And then we have Sagittarius and my washing machine that's just like being always the party in the house. I don't even know if you can hear it or not, but it's like Sagittarius is just like walking around as if life is the party, right? Like, and that's what we do. I'm Sagittarius myself, so that you know. But yeah, that's all about expansion. It's all about your travel, it's the higher self, your higher wisdom, and everything that comes with enjoying things in the most positive way and being happy with just being able to philosophy, right? Like that's actually what makes us the most happy. Like obviously, if you really check if you are happy or not, when are you the most happiest? It's actually when you really can talk about like the deep stuff, the deep spiritual stuff, the psyche stuff, things that most people don't say. It's the truth seeker, right? Like the truth should be spoken, and Sagittarius will not fail at truth speaking. Matter of fact, if anyone that tries to call like a Sagittarius a liar is like, okay, well, your world is a lie if you think that a Sagittarius will lie, because their biggest flaw is to be open and honest and direct, right? So this is your directness and your movement. And honestly, we are just entering the horse season, or the horse year actually, which is all about momentum. And obviously Sagittarius, half horse, half human. Sagittarius, you better get things going this year. Okay, so anyway, this is all about your luck and, well, the way that you perceive life, and don't allow any form of negativity to get to you. Shake it off and move forward, right? So yeah, the wisdom of Sagittarius, the voyager, okay? And then we move to the 10th house, which is all about your reputation. Is Capricorn energy. It's all about your career, your long-term goals, your legacy, the way that you are in authority of your life, of your finances, of your dreams, and how hard you actually work in order to gain that, right? That's your 10th house. It's all about your reputation. Like, people trying to damage your reputation because of jealousy, yeah, that is a part of the 10th house energy, but it is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the big papa of karma. So even if people have been trying to do that out of jealousy, out of envy, out of spite, out of, misuse of power, Capricorn energy, Saturn energy rules all about that, and will absolutely give everyone their fair share and their fair credit. Okay, so whatever responsibilities, whatever achievements, whatever career goals you have, we're going to look into that in the 10th house of Capricorn. Okay, and then we have another sip of water. Then we have the beautiful energy of Aquarius. And Aquarius have been with that Uranus, like in the past years, has been doing some crazy shifts and radical changes. And that what we're going to look at, especially personally to you. But this is a house that rules friendships, okay, group activities, group circulations, your environment, your social environment, okay. But it also is the innovator. It's the technology nerd sometimes, and comes up with like the greatest ideas and makes like changes that will be for everyone involved. All right, like the changes that Aquarius can make, it affects like group dynamics, it affects like the communities, okay, or just the, wow, I just forgot the word, collective, the collective. Why would that be? How can a reader like me forget the word collective? So maybe there is going to be something shifting within that, because the last couple of years it has been all about the collective, the collective movement, the collective ideas, the collective changes. There is something within that. Maybe it will turn a lot of people more inward, rather than just being the sheep of, going after the collective's idea or collective's opinion. Okay, that's definitely a good download right now. But yeah, communities, that's what you need to keep in mind. And then we have the Piscean energy. The Piscean energy, the dreamer of the zodiac, the always forgiver, the healer, the subconscious one, the one that nobody really understands, the one that is also always sensitive, the one that lacks sometimes a little bit of boundary, or the distinguished energy of like the good and the bad, the high and the low, heaven and hell. Like there is this polarity that's going on, right? Like that what we see also like in the Piscean energy, it's like the yin and the yang, right? So this is about your balance in the spiritual sense. It's all about your subconscious, your intuition, your third eye, your chakras, your way of connecting with the higher realm of spirituality, but also the way that you are compassionate first to yourself and then to others. First forgiving yourself and then others. So yeah, also rules the big karma, okay, the big baggage. What have you been dragging into 2026 that you needed to left behind? And that will be your sacrifice as well. We need to make the right decisions, right? What do we re-enter into our year of 2026? That is going to be a choice that will be ruling the whole year as well. That is also I want to say the garbage of the karma. Wow, that sounds another download. The garbage of karma. Why not? We're just, we're going through it. But yeah, your Akashic Records is also included in that. Your Akashic Records is all about the past life integration, your ancestral language, past life. Okay, what are you bringing into this lifetime that you actually need to resolve? And how do we know that we resolve that? It's when we keep on continuing to receive or get the same situations with different type of people. And instead of looking like, okay, why am I attracting that, or why does this happen to me, we actually go internally and in depth to actually heal that pattern and heal and release that karma, the karmic bonds. Yes. And your connection to spirit, your prayers, the way that you believe in God and the universe, the heaven, your manifestations, like all the things that you need from the subconscious world to stay anchored in this world, right? The meaning of life, the meaning of why we are here to complete a chapter. Wow, that was fun. That was really fun. And trust me, I didn't even I haven't done this for quite some years, this one. And I didn't even go through the names. It's just like that passion that just comes in, So what we're going to do, I hope you made it till this point. Thank you so much for listening to this. And we're going to go with the tarot over in all the houses and see what is going to happen for you as a zodiac sign. And there is going to be an extra pull in the middle of it that will highlight which houses will be the most relevant for you. Okay, so get ready, get your popcorn, get your tea, get your coffee, and let's kick it. All right, Gemini, what's up? Welcome to your full 12th house reading. I hope you found the previous 20 minutes almost super interesting. For those that already know, you can skip it, but I found it very amusing to do that part. Anyway, we're going to check in with your 12 houses. There will be an extended for this one if it resonates for you, where we go a little bit deeper into the dynamics here. All right, starting off with the first house for you, I have the beautiful star coming through. And we have also the King of Pentacles. All right, this is you really going through for a lot of you, you might be getting, I see a huge promotion going on for you. You really getting aligned with your true self, okay? Having a very healing energy, and with that healing energy, you may be very cautious as well, because you may be attracting a lot of people that want to get a piece of you, okay? Like get a piece of your success, get a piece of your stardom, of your healing, of your aura. So you might be very cautious with that. And I do see with that King of Pentacles that you very well know how to ground that energy. But overall, within yourself, I feel like you're going to go through a huge healing internally as well as externally. Like people that see you will see immediately like, whoa, you've really done something on yourself. You've really done something internally that really shifts your outer appearance. Okay, the star is absolutely a beautiful healing aura around you that people will be noticing that, but you will find your ways to anchor that aura and to not let it slip through sideways. You know what I mean? For people to take advantage of that or try to diminish that. Okay, I do see you being a form of a real healer. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, what's the second house for you? Okay, Taurus just had the same card flipping out, and that's the Three of Wands. And that was in the first house, excuse myself. The Three of Wands in Taurus energy, that really means that you've been working steadily on your goals. And in this year, you will be receiving a lot of success when it comes to the material things that you wanted to harvest. Money is going to come in. You don't have to do much for it. I mean, like, obviously you need to do the proper work, but what I also feel like you're going to have like some sort of passive income, and not because it's just like, you know, fall from heaven. No, it's something that you've already built it throughout the past couple of years, maybe the last 3 years, and finally you're going to see like things coming towards you naturally. Okay, like you will be able to set your mind on something, like it could be purchases, right? Like it could be big assets, whatever it is. It's actually finally materializing for you. All right, that's what the Three of Wands is saying. Like you finally receiving all the luxury or all the also like your health and your wealth. Everything is flowing in a natural response, not like super highs, not like super lows. No, just like naturally flows to you because you've been putting in the work already. I like that. In your third house, we've got the moon. Interesting. There is a lot of confusion when it comes to communication here. Either you are being misunderstood or you are seeing or feeling things that aren't quite well. Oh my God, I have super dry lips. I don't know why. So yeah, with the moon, you might be a little bit careful with, especially with the Mercury retrogrades that are going to happen. Also, when it comes to your own intentions, okay, like be clear when it comes to your own intentions, and you know, be watchful. All right, that's what I'm getting. There could be a lot of secrecy as well going on, maybe between you and your siblings or your friends, or the way that people communicate. You may feel like people are hiding themselves or hiding what they do, where they are. So there is some sort of cycle that you may need to break there. Okay, there is a cycle that you need to break. And I got the Ten of Swords, by the way, at the bottom of the deck. So that could mean that some people you don't trust. Okay, like there are people in your surrounding that you just simply don't trust. However, you stay stuck in that cycle, which actually feeds your fear and your nervous system to be out of regulation. So that just simply means that if you don't trust the vibe, move on. You know what I mean? Like that's the way it is. Like if you sense people's intentions, perceptions, or their weird energies, then trust that energy. Okay, that's simply what it's saying. Yeah, but also like this is absolutely within your own house, and that moon, that's something that you need to be careful of, because you can't trust everyone. Okay, don't tell your secrets to everyone. Be secretive with the moon. Be secretive. Be mystical. All right, don't spill all your beans. I know you want to be straightforward and direct, but it does not always help you. Okay, like you need to find discernment there. Discernment in energy, frequencies, what it makes you feel. If you feel tension, if you feel anxiety, if you feel like that person, you know, is not to be trusted, trust it. You trust yourself. The fourth house. Okay, we've got the Page of Cups wanting to flip over. And the Queen of Swords. For some of you that have like a child, it could be a Cancerian child, it does not have to be, but it may be that both you and your partner, if you do have a partner, or it could be also the father of your kids, may be a little bit tough on the child. Okay, and that's what I'm getting. Like in this house of family and house and all of that, there might be a need of being a little bit more innocent, or looking at things in a little bit more in an innocent way, okay? Because you get the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords there, and with that Page of Cups, it just feels like a mom and a dad that's just being way too harsh on a little child that's just being very creative, or is trying to find themselves, or going through puberty, you know what I mean? Like, and maybe this is also what you have endured while you were growing up. You were being restricted by your parents. It's like, don't do this, and that's so bad, and that's so this. And now you may not even feel comfortable when you are at home, right? Like you feel like you constantly need to restrict yourself. So the only way to feel free and alive is going outside of the house, right? Like, because that's what, parents can also teach us in that restrictive energy, as in, like, if you're in the house, then you have punishment, right? Like, or you're punishing yourself by not being able to be outside. Those type of elements could be playing a role, which is absolutely saying that if you have endured that and you're doing that to your child, it might be really affecting their growth. Okay, so allowing things to be also a little bit creative, to have like missteps, to be emotionally understanding. Okay, so that's very specific message that came through. Please let me know how this resonates. Don't give that over to your child if that actually broke a part of you. Okay, Leo energy. What's Leo energy? Fifth house. Oh, we've got the Knight of Swords coming through in your fifth house. That is a lot of movement. Okay, y'all just gonna be, especially in the summer, you're going to be everywhere, Gemini. You're just going to be like, okay, I want to be there, but I want to be there too. Like you're going to be having, like, making a lot of radical decisions, radical explosive type of energies in ways that you communicate where other people can see you. Okay, so you might need to be a little bit cautious in that. Now, I do want to point out the cautiousness of it, and then I will, try to find, okay, yeah, I'm Page of Swords. So that means that I always say that people watch you. Okay, like, don't be in a Knight of Swords energy, because there are a lot of pages that are watching you and want to gossip. They just want to eat the popcorn. So they want to see a misfill, so they have something to talk about. So what I always suggest is, don't be too abrupt or too outspoken, screaming. But I'm not saying that you're doing that, but there might be some energies, especially if you're out, or if there are a lot of people, especially if there is, like, this is the entertainment. So, social activities, being out, being playful in your love life, could also be passion, things that you are passionate about, right? Things in that nature, your hobbies, right? There might be some sort of harsh, untamed communication coming towards you or from you. And there are a lot of people watching. So I always say, be mindful. People always are searching for some gossip. They want to see people, have a little bit of an argument, or have a little bit of this, just to suit themselves, just to have something to talk about. So this is saying, like, be mindful of that type of energy, Gemini. Don't give people things to talk about. Keep things secret, like keep things in private. If something did something wrong to you in public, address that not in public. Okay, like address it one-on-one, not like where everyone can see that you're taking some sort of control over something. You know what I mean? Because eventually people will always switch things into their own narrative and their own perception, the way that it suits them. So even though you were at the right here to address something in a chaotic way, a disruptive way, and blunt way, it may not always be registered like that by other people. You may have like your background in it, right? Like you may have your background as in, hey, this is what you've been doing like multiple times, and like my limit is here, and you burst it out, but that's not what other people that never were there were seeing about you. So they will see the fragment of you. So be mindful of the fragments that you give to other people that have some sort of, shaky type of ground. Whoa, that was deep, huh? So yeah, be mindful of your expression. Also in love, all right? Don't jump into situations. Don't feel like, oh, this sounds good. Think about it. Think before you do things. That's basically think before you do things. Okay. 6th house, we've got the Virgo energy, and then we have the Knight of Wands coming through. So again, you have a lot of energy. Like all the Geminis that I know, they are bursting out of energy, right? Like almost like an ADHD. Like, I want to do this, I want to think about that, I want to read about this, talk about that. They have so much topics of interest and hobbies and people around them that sometimes we lose a little bit of ourselves, right? Like, or we try to fill some sort of gap within ourselves. Now, the Knight of Wands, very your reading just really goes very deep here. I'm sorry about that, Gemini. This is going to be a very interesting year for you, because the Knight of Wands, especially in the 6th house, is unregulated emotions, right? Like rather than doing the mundane, boring type of homework or home rituals, or cleaning up the house, having that type of therapy, you might feel the need to jump out. That comes from the 4th house, the 3rd house, like you have this urge of like energy, right? And that can be regulated outside, as in like, oh, I don't want to even think about it. Or it can be regulated inside. Okay, the Knight of Wands is a little bit of, I don't know which direction to go. It's not like a 6th house energy. 6th house energy is Virgo energy. It's more like precise, detailed, work-oriented, discipline-oriented, health-oriented, routine-oriented. The Knight of Wands is absolutely the opposite of any routine that you can get. You know what I mean? Like the Knight of Wands is like the Tasmanian in the literal form. You know what I mean? So energetically, there is some scattering that needs some sort of mellow down. Okay, mellow down. 4 of Cups means that it's okay to feel a little bit sad, rejected, depleted, emotionally just bleh. It's okay. The biggest point in this is actually to get to a point of acceptance rather than trying to rush away and run away from that energy. It's like, oh, I feel hurt, or I feel rejected, so I'm just going to jump into another scenario. And that could be chaotic as well, just to forget about why you're feeling this. And that kind of like piles up to sorry, this is quite a lecture for you, but we all been through that. I know. I mean, I'm a Sagittarius myself. We're the opposite sign, so trust me. I think we both know how that energy goes, right? So I think that this is your energy really needing to anchor itself, Your energy is contagious, it's fierce, it's strong, it's dominating sometimes, but it can also burn, right? It can burn you, it can burn your some routines, can burn things, and we need to contain that. Like, for example, if this would come in your fifth house, man, that's like super passionate, right? Sagittarius would also be like, okay, the adventurer, the outgoing. Sixth house, Knight of Wands. That's another warning to contain your energy in the right way within your own rituals. You don't skip what is healthy for you. Okay. We've got the seventh house, we've got the Hierophant, beautiful energy of committing oneself to the right partner, to the right, could be even marriage, communities, okay? This is absolutely a higher spiritual connection that is coming into your life. Could be with a Taurus. Some of you might get engaged with a Taurus, or there is some sort of shared values that will what I'm getting is like there will be a shared value with a Taurus or with someone that has a very high spiritual authority in your life, and a connection where you will learn from them and they will learn from you. There's a lot of respect there, okay, like mutual respect, mutual accountability. Okay, this is what you want to aim for. And also when it comes to your own things, obviously, like seventh house is all about like you taking accountability, the karma, doing the right thing so you receive good, being on your principles, your values, your morals, okay? But also being with someone, which is going to happen, that share the same values, that have like the same type of values here. Absolutely. I'm even getting like being rebellious against like hierarchical type of industries or communities, places, relationships. Like, respect is mutual. It's not like demanded or on force. Like, I don't know why that's important for you to hear, but I do feel like you're going to meet people that have the same moral values, which is going to be very important. So you got the eighth house, we got the Eight of Cups. Okay. Emotionally, I see you keep on running away from having emotional intimacy. And I see it in all around it. There's like a cropped, bottled up type of frustration or things that you haven't truly resolved yet. And this year, this is going to be a year where spirit and like everything around you is going to show you what that part is that is unresolved within you. And that's why you walk away, you run away from intimacy. Eight of Cups is like emotionally detached from your own emotions, but also how to be intimate with others on an emotional level. Okay, I'm not talking about a physical intimacy. I'm talking about an emotional level. But also when it comes to your physical intimacy, could also be you feel a lack of depth. You feel a lack of bonding. You can get physical, but with no strings attached. And this part could show that whether you are in a relationship or not, you may be running away from true, deep vulnerability and intimacy. And I know I sound, a little bit harsh, but this is just a learning curve. I'm not here just to say like, oh, you're going to be having like, the best of the best, because that doesn't make sense. I mean, like, you know what I mean? We need to find the things that we need to work on so we can actually personally grow and get to the best. But you can only get to the best if you know your depths, your weaknesses, your strengths, the possible traumas or blockages that you have that you need to heal from. Page of Swords. You're just like, I don't trust in people, and I understand that. But you have this energy of like, I cannot share too much of myself or share my emotions. Well, when it comes to any type of obsessions, if you find yourself obsessed with a person, a situation, this is going to be a year where you're really going to be like, this doesn't serve me. Okay, so whatever has been dragging you into the underworld, you're detaching yourself from that underworld. Okay, emotionally, you're done with a situation or a person. Some of you might be walking away from a Scorpio walking away from you. For it could be temporary, but needing to solve internal emotional issues here. Sagittarius energy, we've got the Four of Pentacles. See, that's what I'm saying. Like the Knight of Wands should be at the Sagittarius energy, which will fit perfectly in alignment of energies. And I'm really sensing within you, Gemini, this is really going to be I mean, I don't want to say tough year. I don't want to, demotivate you in any type of sense, but it is going to be a challenging year where you do need to keep an open mind, where you need to be, because the Four of Pentacles is withholding, grudgy energy. It's closed off mindset, or attracting people that are closed off, saving maybe instead of traveling or experiencing life, but in a way that it's not making you grow. Okay, I mean, obviously you can have reasons of that, right? If it, I don't know, maybe you have a big debt and you can't really go travel or spend too much. Okay, then this is a good energy, right? It depends on where you are in the spectrum. So let's say you do have something coming in, but you spend that money on, I don't know, spending that money on going out, or spending it on your friends, or what, spending it on things that just give you a short-term gratification rather than long-term experience, then the Four of Pentacles is not that great. But let's say that you are going through a year where you need to save up, right? You need to save up. Maybe you want to purchase your new first house. You got the Page of Cups in your first house. Then yes, this is good. It means that you are less spending energy and more saving. However, I can read it the sixth house with the Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. It's switched, so it means that you spending it outside the house, but you're not spending to broaden your vision. There is some sort of collapse there. Okay, so be mindful of that. And I mean, it's not even always like that. Sometimes we just feel ugh of that, right? You don't have to. I'm a Sagittarius myself. I love to travel, but I've had some years when I was okay, no, I can't be bothered. You know what I mean? It can be bothered. It's okay. If you don't feel like it, it's all right. The only thing that I'm trying to say here, just to make myself clear, is that if you're doing it just to keep some sort of control or hold on to an old way of doing and thinking, that's something that may need to change. Because Four of Pentacles in a Sagittarius house, that's opposite. Okay. Then we have the 10th house. Oh yeah, that Chariot. It's your work is going to be pushing you forward anyway. For some of you, or a lot of you, you might be too busy as well. That could be also one of the reasons. You're finally going to be successful in that project. You're having a lot of achievements. These achievements are really going to push you forward in life. okay? The Chariot is also being controlled and balanced. When it comes to your reputation, when it comes to your career goals, you have a vision and follow that vision. You have this goal, you want that fast contract, you're gonna get it. You want to be replaced to another country, you're gonna get it. You want to travel more for work, you're gonna get it. So you are in a go-getter type of energy. It's just like, how do you regulate your energy to achieve that? Yeah. Then we have the 12th house. Okay, we got the 10 of Pentacles there. I'm going to pull one more, and the 9 of Pentacles. I like that. This is you being very grounded, okay? Like not too much spiritual nonsense. Okay, not that 12th house spiritual nonsense, but more like you just want to, like, for you, happiness, freedom is having financial freedom, is having the right people that are loyal to you, that are surrounding you. What else could that be? There's a lot of pentacle energy. Neptune going into Capricorn energy, absolutely. Like, that means that even if you are in the spiritual field, or even if you're not, you're going to be able to anchor a lot of spirituality into your assets, into your freedom. Okay, that's going to be your main goal in life. We've got the Justice coming through. We've got the 9 of Swords. And the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Wands. Is your overall energy. Yeah, this is absolutely going to be a year where you need to take accountability of your own actions and your own behavior, right? If you're, for example, okay, like these are little examples, but I'm sure that it's so relevant to each and everyone's life, right? I keep on getting that Knight of Wands on the 6th house. You know that you need to do something very important in your house, but instead of like doing that, you keep on running out, or like going out and spreading that energy all around, and then you get home and then you feel depleted, right? That means that you're not making a decision for your highest good. What this justice means is that if you don't water your plants, they will die out, right? So you need to be cautious of the actions as well as the decisions that you make, because at the end, if you don't take accountability of your own life, of your own energy, okay, energy is super important, guys. Like, energy hygiene is super important. Why? Because if we keep on giving our energy out to everyone, and then we get like backstabbed or something, trust me, it's so damn hard to get your energy back. Okay, if you do all the good things and you do all of that, and then you being seen as like, the boo man, the bad guy, it's whatever it is, it's hard to get your energy back. Energy is super important. You need to be very cautious to who you give it to. Trust me, because it will eventually, give you a lot of stress and anxiety, because why? You didn't choose the right thing for yourself, because it's first self-accountability and self-regulation and doing the right thing. Because Page of Swords is saying that, people could give you a little bit of stress, or like, start to question your motives, question your behavior, because you see that moon there. So like that could make you question your own morals. Okay, see, that's what the moon is actually represent. That's why it's in your house, and it's also in the house of communication and social environment, friends, siblings. The moon is like a disguise. So, if you do not stand up strongly behind your own truth and values, you don't make them clear, then people will fill that in for you. And what happens then is that, stress and anxiety comes out of it, because there is a lot of, people filling in the pieces, right? So always stand strong behind your morals, your core values, and that's why you have the seventh house, the Hierophant. Be outspoken about it, but also know that energy is contagious. Also, your positive energy, it's taken by other people, but if it's not replenished back to you, then you lose energy. It's like losing some sort of energy field, right? Like it could be your friends. In this case, it could be your friends, but it could also be in love. You could be with a gaslighter, someone that constantly makes you throw out the energy, which makes you unable to do things for yourself. Buckle up, you're gonna get through it. But yeah, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, we got the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is a huge reminder to not overextend your energy. Five of Wands, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. If I tell you that with these three fives and this particular spread, these changes are going to be necessary for you to push forward and to overcome these challenges, because this is internal conflict, battles with other people, feeling misunderstood, left out, misread. The moon is all about like deception going on around you and you not knowing exactly how to manage that. And this is going to be a year that's going to be a little bit challenging, but instead of like pushing yourself down or allowing these energies to get you, find your own path. Okay, it's very simple. Everyone has a choice. Okay, even if you think that we don't have a choice, you do have a choice. You do have a choice. Do not give up. Absolutely do not give up. Core values, core beliefs. Know who takes your energy, because you see that star and the King of Pentacles, it actually said it all. I already said it. Like if you go back to the start of this reading, I said your energy might be like is a healer, but because of that, you can attract a lot of people that siphon on that. And what you need to do is be the King of Pentacles, ground your energy. And what we see going on around you in the circle is people trying to get that energy of you, and you needing to assert yourself. Yes, you are a healer, but that does not mean that people can take what they want out of it and then be ungrateful about it. Take time out. Absolutely. Some time alone is needed. That's what I'm getting. Like there is a lot of movement. Absolutely. But you need to make sure which movement deserves your attention and which is not. Absolutely. I feel like this really fits with my past year for some reason, if I kind of like go through it. So maybe this is also a part of, the destiny, right? Like one needs to be understanding the energy in order to teach the energy. So yeah, I will be here. You know where to find me, the Illest Illuminator. Anyway, this is what I have for you. I'm wishing you you're gonna have a good year, but just know there are some challenges on your path, but you will get through it. What's life without challenges, right? I know you can do it. But yeah, go follow your dreams. That's the most important thing. Don't allow distractions from the outside to derail you from your dreams, because that's going to be the most important one. Okay, and yeah, that's what I have. Should we do, I will do an extended for you. So you can find the link in the description box below. And take care.